And now and only now, here and now, in and now, Scott Wells. Welcome.
Boxman, how are you?
I'm doing good. President of the Salute to Veterans, July the 3rd.
Salute to Cecil County Veterans. Yes, our event is July the 3rd this year. It's a Wednesday,
And that's,
middle of the week.
That's going to be fireworks and all, what other stuff?
Well, quite honestly, the big deal is it's the salute to the veterans and the ceremony. The ceremony and everything, all that takes place in the park at the Gilbert Pavilion. We have live entertainment. The fireworks are kind of the icing on the cake,
right.
you know, and that's what we've tried to shift our focus a little bit over the past few years. It's really about the veterans, and it's really about the ceremony and the salute. And then if you want to hang around long enough, the fireworks are afterwards.
Well, I know Cecil TV was there last year.
Yes, you were. Yeah.
And we had a little bit of diciness, but everything went off okay. And we intend to be there this year. It's hard to believe that we're just a few days into summer and all this stuff is just starting to roll down.
It's at a crescendo right now. We're steamrolling our way through. I mean, you know, quite honestly, this organization it's all volunteers. So, you know, God bless the folks that come out and do this, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do this every year. Like back in the days of the Water Festival in Northeast and the River Fest in Charlestown and the Canal Days over at Chesapeake City, just a lot of work to put that kind of stuff on. So thankfully, you know, there's enough folks around here that will volunteer and come out and do this kind of thing. Well, there were and the vendors too. I mean, and the sponsors. This is all crowdfunding. Everything we do is crowdfunding. It costs us about $56,000 a year to pull this off, between the fireworks and the music and the police support and first responders and all that. So it's a lot of money to raise through a year. That's a tough job in itself. But and again, fortunately, the community we live in steps up to the plate every time.
And you have several main sponsors and supporters?
We sure do. We have we have what we call our presenting sponsors, and I'm just making sure I get this right, because you never know. This year, as usual, the VFW Northeast is always a presenting sponsor, as well as Northrop Grumman, Colonial Metals, and T&M Construction this year. We have 4. Typically, we have 2 in the past few years, but this year we have 4. So those folks have stepped up and donated, presenting levels monies for us, which awesome. Is a great seed for us to get started with the rest of it. And all the rest of that money, though, comes from $5 here, $10 here, $100 there. Folks just kind of chipping in and helping out.
Well, I know there was hundreds and hundreds of people coming to the event last year.
Oh, with thousands.
Thousands.
We get somewhere between. We get somewhere between 8,000 and 12,000 people in that park, and that's not counting the boaters out on the water, because that's where I used to sit years ago, out there looking in. Now we're in here looking out. But 8,000 to 12,000 folks. I mean, sometimes when I walk, because once the ceremony's over and the fireworks get ready to start, I usually walk out and go over to a friend's house. But it's amazing how many people are in that park when you're walking through there and you're looking around. So. Yeah.
But there's plenty of parking and it's well organized, right?
Yeah. Now this year, there is. You're absolutely right. The carnival's going to run concurrent with us this year. The Northeast Fire Company Firemen's Carnival. They're running July 2nd through the 6th, I think. So we don't have that big field, in the middle of town that we typically have for parking. But there's plenty of parking around. There'll be signs as you're coming into town. There'll be signs all over for different places you can park your car.
Right. Right. And it's a rain or shine event?
It's a rain or shine event. We had some weather last year and weather, it's July.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get. We had a little weather last year which caused us some technical difficulties. We understand that. We accept that, and with our the salute, along with our fireworks vendor, have a plan this year. And quite honestly, if it's a total rain out and it's something we have to cancel, we actually have a rain date. So the first time in history with the salute, we have a rain date of Veterans Day, which is November the 11th this year. So if we have to totally cancel the thing, then November the 11th, there'll be a big party at the BFW in Northeast, and you can look out the window and watch them shoot the fireworks.
That's a great idea. You said it's July, and it's no longer
Spring. Okay, I get it.
Guess what this is, Scott? Guess what this is?
It's a garage door opener.
It's the key to my new top secret project, which I will reveal more clues next week. And speaking of next week, I know you got a lot of work to do. Anything else we missed about the Salute to Veterans?
I will say we have the Exit 93 band for our entertainment this year. Really excited to have Phil Lester and those guys come back down and play some music. And of course, the ever perfect Neil Ho running the sound for us and setting us all up with the sound and lights. So yeah, but again, the big thing is the ceremony. The ceremony starts at 8 o'clock on the dot. And we'll go through, there's some folks, the dignitaries, the VIPs, they'll come and, make a few little speeches here and there. And then somewhere around 9:27, 9:30, we'll start shooting the fireworks. Oh, and one other thing. First time ever, we're opening the gates at 4 p.m. this year as opposed to 6 p.m. because the past couple of years I've been president, I've always felt that, that it's just such a rush from 6 p.m. to shooting the fireworks at 9:30, I thought if we open the gates a little earlier, it might give people a little bit more time to relax and set their blankets out. And of course, we'll have food vendors. We have our food vendors there every year, a great lineup. I don't want to start naming them because I'll forget somebody, and I don't want to do that. But we have great food vendors, we have great community vendors, and some local volunteer organizations that are coming out. So yeah, we got a packed schedule.
Awesome.
We sure do.
Sounds great. And we were talking earlier, you're going to come back again and play some music for us one of these days.
Yes, well, I'm making a deal with these guys. We're going to make a music video here and be rich and famous before we're 70.
MTV, look out. All right. Scott, thanks a lot.
Thank you, my friend.
Do.
All right, brother.